a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC podcasts are a service of CNC Worldwide, and they're brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. There's no tax rate increase for Greece homeowners in next year's town budget, at the cost of paying a little more for some town services. Supervisor Bill Rylick's 2015 budget calls for holding the tax rate flat. It's a $56.6 million budget, and that is actually about $1 million less than the current plan. To get there, Rylick's putting in a hiring freeze. The town will also cut 10 full-time and 9 part-time jobs, mostly through attrition. Offsetting the cuts are increases in health care and benefit costs the town is required to pay. To make up the difference, Rylick will use $2.8 million of the town's reserves, and he is also proposing to hike the town drainage and street lighting fees. On Veterans Day, Governor Cuomo announced formation of a statewide strike force to expedite getting New York State veterans and their families their disability claims. The governor says this is New York's response to stats that show veterans across New York typically have to wait as much as 500 days to get a decision on disability claims. Many of the more than 10,000 pending disability claims with the Department of Veterans Affairs have been waiting more than 2 years. The state has put its own employees into regional VA offices and assigned them to attack that backlog of claims. And Governor Cuomo says more will be assigned to the job by year's end. A Gates Chili High School student has been indicted on an assault charge after an incident that led to football coach Jason Benham being punched in the eye. The coach was trying to break up an incident in the locker room when 17-year-old Devarcier Fort allegedly sucker punched him. Police say Fort was one of 4 students who walked into the locker room intent on harassing the football team. Police say 2 of the students involved were minors and the third got away. A Hamlin man has been charged with reckless endangerment after allegedly shooting at a group of hunters who were near but not on his property. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office arrested Alan Wanamaker after he fired both a rifle and a shotgun at a group of 5 teenagers who were hunting raccoons in the woods with their dogs. One dog was hit with shotgun pellets. Wanamaker is a farmer. He told deputies he was protecting his livestock from the dogs. A Gates man trying to reel in a big trout he caught on Canandaigua Lake Tuesday morning was rescued after taking an accidental plunge into 50-degree water. John Maloney of Lyle Road fell off his boat on the southern end of the lake trying to pull in a 2-foot rainbow trout. A woman on shore heard him yelling for help and called 911. The Ontario County Sheriff's Office says a work crew taking up docks for the winter also heard him, and they pulled him onto their barge. The 63-year-old man was in the water for about 15 minutes. Paramedics treated him for exposure at the scene. Deputies say he survived because he was wearing his life vest, and Maloney somehow hung on to his big fish through the entire ordeal. Rochester police say a 32-year-old city man was rushed to Strong Memorial Hospital Tuesday evening after being hit by a car while skateboarding. The incident happened near the corner of Genesee Park Boulevard and Chili Avenue. Police said the man's injuries were serious. RTS bus riders have a host of changes coming soon, both big and small. The Regional Transit Service opens its new downtown transit center on November 28th. Once that happens, all Rochester area bus rides passing through downtown begin and end at the new center, which is between Clinton and St. Paul, a block north of Main Street. Buses will no longer run down Main Street or stop at Main and Clinton to exchange passengers. You'll also have to get off and change to another bus to continue across downtown. Now, from November 28th through November 31st, rides from the transit center are free, whether getting on or transferring from one bus to another. The I-390 ramp project in Brighton is in a new phase. The ramp from West Henrietta Road to 390 northbound has been closed for rehab, and the new ramp that loops over the Erie Canal is now open in its place. That lets drivers heading north on West Henrietta Road turn right to get onto 390 northbound. Before, they had to turn left onto the on-ramp at the light, and that was a constant source of delays. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.